Senate will come to order.
Hundreds of miles away, decisions are being made that will affect thousands.
And it is the most vulnerable Coloradans who are going to be impacted.
Mandy Nuku is with Feeding Colorado, the organization that oversees many of the state's food banks. She was in D.C. voicing her concerns over the recommended cuts to SNAP benefits in Trump's, quote, big beautiful bill. One of the proposed changes would require states with an error rate above 6% to pay a portion of the costs. The SNAP error rate is how often mistakes happen when giving benefits. In the 2023 fiscal year, Colorado had an error rate of 8.61%. Nuku fears this could cost the state millions.
Yeah, the only choice will be that you'll have to drop people from SNAP.
I guess I would be eating a lot of soup.
Roberta Burton is a SNAP recipient in Grand Junction. She's unsure of how she'll manage if she is somehow dropped because of the proposed changes.
It's really scary because you don't know if you can afford all those things.
36,000 are at risk of losing SNAP altogether.
Can the food banks in Colorado support another 36,000 clients?
No, there's just not an ability to continue to meet this increasing.
Nuku and others that run the food banks fear what's next. But regardless of one big vote hundreds of miles away, here in Colorado, they've already made their decision.
The food banks are incredibly dedicated and will continue to do this work day in and day out, regardless of what's coming with policy implications.
We reached out to the governor's office for comment. They sent over a statement saying Colorado would be responsible for 10% of SNAP costs in the state, which is currently $125 million per year, something the state can't afford. They go on to say Governor Polis urges Congress to not punish Americans by passing this, quote, terrible bill. And you have to also think about the ripple effects in the economy, right? Farmers take food stamps.
Yep.
And so if there's less people on food stamps, there's less money for them as well.
And I'm curious, too, of the 36,000 that you mentioned that would be impacted by this, if indeed SNAP was taken away, if they're aware of it. Is there enough knowledge? I mean, it's a 900 and something page bill. Are they even aware?
No, I mean, I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, right, is if when they start having to reapply, because that's another step that this bill is indicating, that they want you to kind of essentially reapply every 6 months to see if you are eligible for SNAP benefits. Once they start having to do that, I think they're going to get the bad news.
Yep. And the supplemental resources, we had Feed Colorado on a couple of weeks ago talking about Food Bank of the Rockies and just how this is going to affect their pantries and their ability to help. So it's a scary situation.
Yeah, the ripple effect is real for everyone across the state.
Jaleesa, thank you.
Yeah.